Gentlemen, today it's all about Roberto. And how'd you like that? Yeah, the tongue roll? Nice. If that was my name, I would be rolling all day long, but it's not. So I get to do it today. Gentlemen, Roberto actually purchased a virtual grooming session from me. And this is Roberto. Roberto is 30 years old and works as a senior consultant at one of the Big Four auditing firms. Now, part of Roberto's job is actually traveling to these various companies, big companies, right? Serious companies, players. He gets to go hang out. And he's like, hey, Mr. CEO, I'm Roberto. I've got a great name and I roll my R's. Actually, Alpha does. But his problem is that he feels like he's not being taken as seriously as he should or could be because of his baby face and the fact that he looks younger, even younger than 30. And I know that a lot of guys out there, younger men especially, and I even feel it, well, actually I work for myself and I talk to a video camera, so I don't really experience it, but I can imagine what you guys would experience if you're younger trying to climb that corporate ladder. Part of the issue is trying to be taken seriously. Not trying, being taken seriously, and wanting to make sure that you are respected. And I know that there's this window, right? Like between like 25 and like 35, where you feel a little bit out of sorts, a little bit out of place. And you really need to bust your ass in order to overcompensate for the fact that you're young and sometimes a little bit less experienced. So Roberto reached out to see if I could help him find a style, a hairstyle, maybe facial hair. He wants a look that commands respect, that makes him look a little bit older. But keep in mind that Roberto is still 30 and wants to, play the field, or I don't even know if he's single or married. He could have 18 kids. I have no idea. But the fact is, he still wants to be, youthful and have a style that is still a little bit edgy, a little bit fun, but at the same time, a little bit more he wants the best of both worlds, essentially. Roberto, this is an interesting challenge, but one that I'm excited to accept. So Roberto sent me this picture as something that he actually likes. And for those of you who watch the Boardwalk Empire, you will recognize this undercut. Now, this is a great hairstyle. A lot of guys are wearing it these days, but it is definitely a little bit outside of the professional arena. I feel like if Roberto is wanting to be taken seriously, he doesn't show up with that badass undercut. They're going to be like, yo, punk, get your ass out of here, audit somewhere else. If you can even do that. But I said, you know what? I think there's a happy medium. I think we can achieve a similar look, but just keep it a little bit shorter. By the way, Roberto, you are a guy that could definitely benefit from a great short beard. The reason, A, it's going to make him look older, because beards and facial hair do tend to make somebody look a little bit older and more distinguished if it's grown in and groomed properly. Now, the other thing that it's actually going to do is help strengthen Roberto's jaw. This is the hairstyle that we actually picked for Roberto. Still nice and tight on the sides, but just a little shorter and more professional. Alright, so the plan for Roberto, to recap, alright, you go get your hair cut like that. Sweet. You let your beard grow. And now this one, I need him to grow a little bit longer. I would say 4 millimeters is going to be the length that I would recommend. Now, one thing, if you're trying to actually strengthen that jaw, you want to make sure that you're creating a nice boundary underneath your neck. This is actually going to give the illusion of the strong, structured, you get it, right? Well, Roberto, he knocked it out. I keep saying knock it out of the park, and I gotta stop that because it's starting to even annoy me. Roberto rocked the recommendations, and this is the result. He went from youthful spiky hair to something a bit more refined, but at the same time, stylish and professional. The beard absolutely, I almost said knocked it out of the park again. You get it. Stronger, structured, Roberto looks amazing and definitely older. Congratulations, Roberto. This goes to show you that, gentlemen, just by the span of that was a week. So you can do amazing, drastic things with your appearance just by changing things up. Is it time for a new hairstyle for you? Huh? If you've had it a while, quite possibly it's time to switch it up. Maybe a little facial hair. Right? You're currently clean shaven all the time. Switch it up. What do you have to lose? All right. But when somebody asks you, "Are you growing a beard?" Don't be like, "No, I just haven't shaved." Own it. Own it. Be like, "Yeah." Because that is one of my biggest pet peeves. I'll see somebody, right? I'll be like, "Hey, you're growing a beard. It looks so..." "No, I just haven't shaved." "Oh yeah, well why is it edged perfectly under your neck then?" Huh? Yeah. Own the beard, gentlemen. Roberto. Well done, sir.